know what? Take away from the delivery. What you said makes sense to me. Take away from the delivery though. Like,
what's wrong with the delivery? You don't like
the evil mother. Like, it's like you can get more out of people by giving them grace when talking to them than you can by the way, I'm a man. Like I told you, it's nothing that could be, you could say, Ray, I think you're the devil.
Right.
It wouldn't bother me because I know who I am. I'm confident in me. But what you said makes sense. It's just the delivery might piss off a couple of people, but I understand it.
but
It makes sense though. It's basically, we all need God.
you need to be born.
God has an order of how he wants the world to be.
It ain't gonna work no other way but that.
Yeah. Yes. And that's my delivery version of it.
And
but
if you notice the blacks, they worship their mothers. As soon as they throw the first football and they get a contract, they buy God a house. They gotta take care of mama. And then if you bring another woman in, mama gonna destroy that woman because mama wanna make you her husband and she don't want any other woman to be there but you.
I say that.
She's jealous. She's jealous of that woman. She would make that woman she would tell you bad things about that woman because you have not overcome her spirit and she doesn't want you to overcome it because as long as you have her spirit, which is the devil, she can control you. You'll be 90 years old and mama will be controlling you. And so that emptiness that all human beings have is a yearning for the Father. And once you forgive your mother, hey, mama, I'm sorry for resenting you. I realize you turned me against my father. You played victim. I identify with you. You impose your will. Now I think and act like you. Once you forgive her, whether she admit it or not, God will forgive you. That's why God said, don't ask for forgiveness. You go and forgive, and I will forgive you and return you to the Father. Black men and women need to be truly born again of the Father, and that's why they're suffering. It's not about race or anything else.
So I can ask you a question?
Yes.
If the blacks did that, would you then claim us like you're one of us if they did that? Or would you still call us the blacks? I'm like, at that moment, you got to let it go. It's like, okay, we the blacks now. I'm good. I'm just curious.
I tell people all the time, I'm black and slow. I'm black as the ace of space. So I recognize my skin color is black, but once you overcome the thinking, which is of the devil, and the emotions, all identities disappear. And when all false identities disappear, the real you appear, and you will see that you're a son of God. You are a spirit. You're not your body. You're not your thoughts. You're not your feelings. And you're not your body. All thoughts are all lies all the time. They build you up just to let you down. They let you down to build you up. Then you want to jump off a bridge somewhere. Because God wants us to live in the present, not in our head thinking about the past or the future, which is an illusion. And all angry people they're divided. They're not whole because they live in their imagination rather than the presence of God.
I agree.
What a mess.
I agree, though. I agree that there's work to be done. I just want people to know that they have to work. And
right.
I think that's what I'm saying. Like, by the way, that's not a black thing. That's a human thing. But there's work that needs to be done in our community. And I always say the way to, like, they ask me on the show all the time, how can we make things better? I'm like, let the man have a voice. Because right now, and I say something very similar. I'm like, I think the world is messed up because men have made it seem so fun to be a man that women are now like, I want to be a man. Like, I want my nipples out. I want to work. My man needs to stay home. Like, it's like, it's crazy how we've gotten there. And now it's anytime a man speaks against or speaks up for men, he hates women. And that's not the case.
Right. That's right.
I do know that men are needed. Men are needed in today's society.
Absolutely.
And if we allow men to be more men, our society will be better as a whole because men are needed, bro. We're not emotional. Like, it's funny because a lot of these young, like, I say this all the time. A lot of these young rappers, the reason why they don't know how to communicate, and when they get mad, they just want to shoot or violence, is because that's how women are. Like women are, they was raised by their mothers, and they don't have like, it's like you probably never seen Friday, but the most powerful moment in Friday
I
was
saw
when,
that.
Okay, so I remember the moment where Ice Cube was in the drama, he went to grab his gun, right? His dad was like, nah, all you need is this. As a man, sometimes you need somebody to just put that confidence in you, like, this is what it is. And to me, things are off because men don't have a voice. I do believe that.
They have not overcome the mothers. And women, the spirit of the woman, which is of the devil, is jealous of the spirit of the man, which is of God. And so the spirit, the spirit of the
I love it, man. You funny, man. You really funny, bro. Like, I get it. I like I said, I don't mind the delivery because I understand. Like, but I can just imagine how people feel when they hear it. Like, because I didn't call it evil. I called it emotional. I think men thought process is rooted in logic. Women thought process is rooted in emotion. Like,
and you know why that is, right? Because God is emotional. Satan is an emotional, and the true God is a dispassionate God. The fake God, which is devil, is a passionate. You hear women like, "Oh, I'm so compassionate. I'm so this." What they were saying is, "I'm so evil," and that's why God said. That's why God said you can't trust an angry person. An angry person is a murderer, and they'll turn on you just like that.
I agree with that. There are a lot of angry people.
Yeah, so they must be born again of the Father. What other quick? I got so many things I want to ask you about. What the?